Oh yo, Mama Sala, question and answer. See me through, yeah. They say them walk alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. May I tell them the story. Story. We make Salomon. They know they work now the country ben. Tribalism don't put we go behind. They know they work then they talk say they spend. Them go come we go run up to them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. Country banana the country it dry. Country tranga it at so smile. Then they put whip and cry. See right now let me walk away. They say them walk alive. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. I pay the people and don't tire with the system. Tire with the way then they lie. Where they want make them host and they married with salo money then they use buy. Where they want buy their speedboats and them salo money then they use buy. Where they tell them the truth and they vex. Now radio and TV they deny. Una want them move for the bambai. Want them move. Una want them move for the bambai. We tired with the rotten system. Tired with the way then they walk. We don't tire. Tired with them cool lie. Tired with the way then they walk. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. And sound of the give fire. We don't tire. We belly them empty. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. They say them walk alive. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Now then they shoot, then they loot, then they take, then all they put. We journalists, them sit on them youth. Raga spice up and tell them the truth. How long pan this? How long pan that? How long for the thief we money and go? You know me say because of we born pampo, that's me say we for die pampo. We economy is slow, country no they grow. Oh no, Ebola lalio. Now then they give we the lie like Tido Cutting. And it's how they go. We stronger than the country. We better than empty. What not in the country? How we gon' survive? They say them walk alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Put on them. And it's how we go with the put on. And it's how we go with the put on. I for with the put on. I for with the put on. They say the word way I talk, pardon vex, the mommy don't tense. They say money not there na the bank, and don't take 10 out, then don't make fence. Now the audit report make we no say the white paper, na all nonsense. Then say na the party rule, Kokuman say na the mommy. Then say na the party rule, Kokuman say na the mommy. When me tell them the true raga man, them say me aye. When me tell them the true raga man, them say me aye. I saw them they go tell the Pope in a room, say we dey suffer. Mama Salome cry, we dey suffer. Anywhere you go, we dey suffer. No justice for the poor, we dey suffer. We dey make for you party, we dey suffer. You know they make for you country, we dey suffer. Let them go, we dey suffer. We don't tire for you, so we dey suffer. Yo. Price control not there, everything just stay there. Transportation the money, boom. I saw the thing set. Oh salon. Oh yo, raga spice. Oh yo, mama
Fambole mona kushe henno na hadu. We are don't come back today for come talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet yard salon. Now we on. Whoa, let we left for do them bad things them. We they feel a more salon. Now we on. Whoa, we had. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we yard go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we yard go before. Fumble, Kushe, how you dey do? Well, we can always talk say, certain people lay, where they talk say, door don't clean. Before you run common door, you for open the window first, let you know if not true or not true. Because some people then go don't talk till they say, this na white. The next minute, then go say, this na black. Well, I don't know really what they happen with regards this particular campaign where they go on so right now inside the country. The other day, we hear caretaker Bio say he no go ever call that bobo where they na Holland in name because he no worth for they call in name. Well, I been clap for him. I say yes, you don't try. But unfortunately, he put me back on big shame today as he call in name BB Guan. Then I begin for wonder. This man be don't say, I no go ever call this man in name na me mouth again. Wetin he mean for lay we get the kind leader yaso. We as well they look at the attack where they say put the attack where they attack the motorcade, the convoy of Samura Kamara inside Pujehun as na them been supposed for campaign today na that district day. Same way so 72 hours don't know. Samura Kamara been talk say it dey give 72 hours to ECSL. Well, ECSL be don't knock chest and can say they no go ever resign. In fact, then don't go ahead and begin for conduct election we get for do with the early voting as people where they go arch don't already vote. We be ask a question as then say the ballot paper they not carry it. Who say ECSL pull paper where people then vote on? Well, we can't get possible where they can go much inside this today. This now one of the people we always don't go na ECSL where they say that political party liaison meeting who say they can go discuss. Now then they represent the opposition party na that particular meeting the way they can hold. In name na Dr. Richard Conteh. You can't join me inside the program. Gigi's no, you already on there, but we keep a little bit for let you tell people and for calm because it get very important message where it can pass. Remember how we all hang they wait for see after the 72 hours waiting APC and the presidential candidate could do. Well, this and plenty other things today for inside the program today. My name is Slpp, the freedom fighter Imran.
Pamulem in a kushe plenty kaboto una. We get a brother, a friend, a man where I get so much respect for, a man we come a long way. Now a fighter, an academic, a man we get so much about we special. Today, you don't can join me again at this wonderful veranda, this we yard way, we grow all team here. Pambulem, una kabo and plenty kushe.
All right, so before we bring Dr. Richard Conteh inside for he can talk to we about certain things the way we want to know about. We're very important to the people. I want to let you talk quick one about this particular thing, but I'll play this video quick one now because it go really nice for we hear for we say safe. You know, in not like for saying they say because me sometimes they are not hear then say, you know, now that's people like always go it. That's what they say, that's what they say. No, this time around we want for hear from we say safe. Not like for saying okay go bring come. So I want let we go quick now Moyamba district. Also, we hear the caretaker be a more quick one on certain issues. Then, well, we will come and listen to them. Let we hear waiting self talk, and then I go on for you from you, Imran, before myself come and remote little bit by that particular issue there, because to some people important. Well, I don't know why some people feel say this issue so much important, but still, let we take with them and listen quick one to this one, and we'll come back just now.
Again, we get plenty other things that we don't do, and what we intend for do. So we have no option. APC not get anything for sale to anybody like that. If you don't have this district, you don't vote for SLPP, you actually not let UCSL. You not let you begin. The one thing where I hold so dear to me, when I'm in Mama, 9 APC, then they hire somebody, then pay for it. For go sit down so side, we say we not able to learn. It costs me Mama there every day. Yes, they call him Adebayo. Well, again, I see the former president, and they tell him thank you. He don't respond to me talk. He don't denounce violence and democracy. But not to that I want for make it say. I want for make it denounce Adebayo and all the costs we don't cost the good people of this country. He should say that Adebayo not a part of the party and that they denounce her and disown him and completely dissociate himself from her. If Samura do that, then he's worthy of the leadership of this nation. If Kroma do that, then he's worthy to be a statesman, a former leader of this country. Otherwise, for support somebody like that means say yes, that the high end the singer for do the bad things that we don't consider for do. We don't sabi threat, we don't sabi cause, but we sabi both. Not so.
Okay, you know, few things in the way we pick. Imran, let's just get your taste on this. What do you think on this video?
Hey man, I don't care if I say this man a circus, a joke, and you come up with things them way just they make you die with laugh. A very unintelligent individual. Now a human being where they work out with Conteh, because you not seem forget much a man age attached na in neck. When you look at what this man they talk, would I bring rudeness can a salon? Would I bring rudeness can a SLP? We know how they do the leadership elections, where if they beat other candidates them, where they contest against them inside the SLPP. We know how we forcefully drive Conteh Yunkela, how he supported them inside the SLPP, cause Conteh Yunkela mama, through AP spanner, pull him a feeling I hate. That is the show with him make it I hate. And that was sacrilegious. Would I bring rudeness kind of scenario? But the thing was very interesting. This man, anytime when he open him mouth, they talk about Adebayo. We get to ask yourself a question. What in a manifesto? Now Adebayo na a manifesto. What you make it they bring the former president's camp and this discussion? It just does not make sense. That man they don't serve the country for 10 years plus 6 months. And in that 10 years and 6 months, he did exploits for the country. He did a lot of fantastic things then. In fact, people they blame him for his liberalism. They say because he'd be nice to Madabio. Of course, that is what a civilized person would do. That's what a God-fearing person would do. That man, the way you look at, now Wesley, missionary training, now he gets. Now man, we get home training, he gets Christian values, Christian principles, and he's a very decent human being. How you will go all and for another adult behavior? And besides, and Kroma is not the president. He is the president. He's the one that is supposed to be dealing with issues like that. And he's failing. And he has in his presidency a manifesto. You know, I can tell we waiting and waiting a manifesto where he do. Usa he failed, because I feel to say he failed hugely. Whereby now for the apologize to we. But all of a sudden, the center of the manifesto now Adebayo, that is a disgrace. That's an insult to the Sierra Leonean people. They use that as an excuse for cover up in actions in many other areas. The man also failed that. Even failures, them they look and they laugh. He's a joke, now a clown, now a human being where they carry a goat head. Possibly, me go call himself Tolo. Because if not sober motor man, one of the things that you do, where you're not adult, you take responsibilities for your failure. Who are they by all the cause? Now you in the cause. What did they cause you for? Have you dealt with it? No. Well, me they tell Adebayo now. Adebayo, what do they do? It seems for the pay dividend for the country. Since now you know the dispenser, where they do the prescription, it look like for say the medication they work on. I want you for let you increase the dose. If possible, self overdose this jackass, let it die, because he don't turn to menace now with society. Anytime where he open his mouth, they bring hope to the people. And that's one of the things a president should bring to his people. Bring hope. That he's not doing. It don't create a wedge between the Sierra Leoneans. And in fact, he's such a fool that's now used and they use them. Then he manipulate them like football. Now they use for card. Then they use them, play them like buffoon. When he go get himself right and realize say the hegemonies, then they use them for me to achieve what they want to achieve. But you see, what they say to all of them? Any road, a long take a junction. Every one of them, where they take part for this hegemony, where they abuse with people, they insult with people like intelligence, they manipulate with people, they cause a lot of mayhem in our country. We know now by face, we know now by name, we know where you guys live. It will reach a time where we go fend una LCM and we go divide una without no remainder. We go make sure that we prosecute una one by one, letter by letter, because we are not go free. We don't cause a lot of problem every day. Where I wake now in the morning, I remember them 2 boys a day. We not do nothing wrong. Then they protest when a prescribed rights for them and anybody in the country, including Madam Bio. Right now, na protest they protest against Adebayo. Nobody no go kill her. Those boys protested. It cost them their life. And what's bad, no matter what they do, even if not thief, you go thief na person in the house. The person holla thief, you run, you turn your back. You should not shoot them behind their back. Those boys ran, jumped into the sea, then shoot them like a game, like wild animal. When they take them when they're out of the water, it was so painful for what I get goosebumps. Which kind of heartless person you be? You can't condemn that. Because now you they do them. You condemn what's happen na Pujehun. Because now you they do them. When they beat people and throw acid pan them, one pan and don't die. Go na Pujehun, do the same thing. Go na Kailang, beat people and wound them, drive them from the house. And now you own very many people and what you say, Bendi miya, ina inyamube. That's me to say, you brother, now you brother. Even if you bad, now you brother. How comes una mende brother then now where nobody now support somebody and support APC, una they kill them. And what thing then they do, now they right. Then get right for associates, then get right for Jews. Autonomy. Every human being gets them. Even God give you the will for choose.
Okay.
Just because Mende man choose now, they have to die. And who are these people? They are your brothers. And I want to close this by saying to Sierra Leoneans, both Mende and any other tribal orientation, this hegemony, this tribal superiority, whether they try for bring Canada this country, if we not allow them 1 year for win these elections, we go down the day we cost the hour. This go be what go cement them in power. Now they not get the cement yet. They're not even getting welder yet for weld them. Because you don't have that chair. If them 1 year you don't have that chair, it go cost we more lives. Now when you see another get the authority, then get mind for kill people, they not get the fear of law, and they break the law without hesitation, without fear, say, then go prosecute them. If then why I come back, they go can't finish waiting and don't begin. Is that what you guys want? For make Mother Bio can finish the rest of with people them? Check today the reports na Paneba Road. They no pull them. Check today we don't know almost people and die. People and just they disappear in the country. These are the things Mother should be talking about. But Mother Bio in manifesto officially waiting at the front page, Adebayo. Second page, Adebayo. Third page, Adebayo. Conclusion, Adebayo. Then come up here, people picking.
Continue for them to inside the program. And I just pick some few things then from Marabio. You know, as a leader, you get for very be careful with how you talk in the public. You know, first of all, get concern. One of the concern now is say, you know, any person where they inside this particular district will vote for SLPP. That means say, you know, like yourself, and you know, like you picking them. You know, that one is very key. You know, some thinking there we can say, you know, this particular election going to end with miracle. Nobody not able for believe. From the time when we create this program, we tell people and say, always listen to them people. They always they pull your self secret na do. You know, they always they tell we waiting they don't keep. You know, follow you fast in somebody, tell you to expose yourself. It means say you need for avoid. But no way. Because Marabio, any side team up, APC not good for themselves, it's not good for this country. APC, nothing not get for tell the people them. So now, it don't do on 210. It say any woman will vote for SLPP. What did they say? That now one. The second one, it went back today. So we can always talk say, this not a mistake. Marabio speak exactly what in the come out from my heart. Marabio don't tell we want them for one independence. I think it was year before last. He tell we play one a mosque. He said let we pray God. Let we pray to God for let He give we leader, we good leader and leader we get the country at heart. Then I shock and say, whoa, you're not leader, you're not good for the country, and you not get the country at heart. Because if you didn't ask for let we pray for leader, and he did, we pray for leader. And interestingly, now that leader then ain't got there about forgiving. So Marabio just the confirm now waiting it been done the talk say it's not good. So that is why they tell people and say if you vote for SLPP, it means you're not good for yourself and you not like you not like you picking them. It's very clear and it's just too obvious. Yeah, and the other thing we're very cool. One thing Marabio we don't tell we say African leaders are notoriously known for not delivering on their promises. That is exactly what we see. He say he don't do all things time manifesto. In fact, Aboyan is giving out. But again, if you go, he could tell you say I get for do more, I know for do this thing, I take 5 years for clean the mess of APC, but I'm not still able for correct certain things that give me more time. If they don't ask Telo give them 3 months for fix the economy, then we don't ask for 6 months to give them 5 years. They not do nothing now, they don't ask for 3 months for them to give the other 5 years. I don't know if salon people are ready for that one though. So we really get to be careful of how they do things then. Because this man, if he talk today something, say I did do for this thing today, tomorrow if you ask I go say no. The other time, just after I tell you about a manifesto, say don't do all things. In fact, it don't give me bonya. Now you go meet them, physically challenge people them. They say I know say I don't promise you now, but now small, I will try for do all of the things they want to promise. Can you imagine just few days when you tell we say don't do all things and it don't give me bonya. Now you tell we back that word, oh my God. So nothing not even matter about the talk again. We are the shock. Anyway, I think we don't make the foundation good one for we guests for the Ika inside. Right now on YouTube, we get 1,271 with 285 likes. Please not forget for like and as we welcome we guests. On Facebook, we get 948 with the watching right now with 299. Please now for like and share the program. And for you, we not subscribe to this channel, please consider for do so. We get 76,782. Thank you very much to the latest family member, the recent members that were just on joining me inside the program. So if we reach to this point, I get small pause and welcome we guests inside the program. Where now the person this way done the team before for represent the party na the political party liaison meeting. I think we call them. You know, in name na Dr. Richard Conteh. Doctor, good evening and welcome to Yard.
Yeah, good evening. I'm glad for the again today.
Okay, so we go still one for big. If you get something, you can bring your phone can near small because it is far and the background where you use they overshadow you. We not able to see you at all. So bring your phone can near a small bit and put something behind there. We go wait till you do that the quick one. I go the one monitor the picture wise we do that the quick one. All right. Yes, well done. Good one, good one, good one. Okay, so Doc, let me start with the recent one. First of all, I'll ask you. I don't know if I need to ask politician this, but I would dare try that. How you see the last day of the campaign of Freetown?
Superb. The people of the western area of Freetown then come out in their numbers today for send a clear message. For say they don't get enough of SLPP, they want to see SLPP behind them and pure sensation under the APC, and then come out for endorse Dr. Samura Kamara this evening.
The next thing we are going to ask you, we see as una dey na Freetown, Dr. Samura been dey na Pujehun district. The campaign may go on very nicely, normal, and everybody being they go about the normal business. All of a sudden, we begin see stone, we begin see the light fire, and I'm sure I hear gunshot as well. So when I get a report of anything like this, maybe I dey misinform people.
No, not a fact, but actually not the first time this don't happen. This is not a pattern where the SLPP and supporters, they don't resort to out of desperation. They don't find out, say, power they slip out of their hands. They go further and further away from them. And then desperate, so they resort for give money to innocent young people them for make their resorts to violence. But what's more worrisome, now, where did they use the security forces against the APC? That in itself is wrong. It's not supposed to happen because the security forces, they're supposed to serve and protect lives and property. Every Sierra Leonean, regardless of who that you be. But if now they don't become instruments of the ruling government for go after the All People's Congress Party unprovoked, I think that they send a very bad signal. And I will not talk in a previous program. I say their security forces the day where they allow themselves for make them use them in that way, make them know say in a few days' time, power will change hands and they will get for be held accountable, personally accountable for all the misdeeds, for all the unlawful orders where they go ahead and implement, and they will get themselves for blame.
So how the whole day end up now in Pujehun? Anybody may report damage or so?
Well, we still review the situation. Dr. Samura managed for Conteh and head for Freetown, and they are Tuga Stadium now.
All right. So, and that's good. That's a good news for say it comes the safe one. But waiting at the situation as soon as the monitor with regards the one they don't left behind, because we don't find out say from the even first day when they begin campaign at Pujehun, they attack them and beat them as well. We see similar thing happen at Kailaon. Like they happen like everywhere.
One of the demands where Dr. Samura they make in the broadcast to the nation on the 14th of June, be careful doing security. And it talks say the government of the day now gets the responsibility for ensure say we get peace and stability in the country. It make reference to 2007. It been peaceful because Tijan Kaba was a peaceful leader and he wanted things to be peaceful. In 2012, it been peaceful because President Nkrumah, a peaceful leader, he want things to be peaceful. 2018, peaceful because President Nkrumah was peaceful. Even when the APC been get serious issues with the outcome of those elections, because President Nkrumah, they want a smooth transition, they want peace, he put a country above whatever personal interests it be forget. He allowed Madhabiu for Venezuela in as president. That is what we'd expect from a responsible government. But for make a government, they condone violence against the opposition, then they set a very, very bad precedence. And then it go against international best practice. It will go against everything where we don't fight for over the years for deepen and sustain with democracy in this country. And I think say we dey continue as a political party for tell President Bio and in government for say then get a responsibility for ensure say the country they at peace. But are their actions or inactions so far, they provoke a situation where go drag this country into chaos and anarchy. And I think say that they're good for this country. They hope say going forward, then go really put a stop to this. Because I think enough is enough. The APC don't stomach too much. And that make we leadership don't reach the conclusion, say, would they come out for demonstrate peacefully with disagreement with all of these things where they happen.
Who's them on a plan for come out and demonstrate?
When we reach that conclusion, we go announce them, but we don't make any definitive statement in advance on that. But one thing we're certain that we don't reach the decision at the highest level of the party for say when they come out, and the APC will come out. We go demonstrate, and we go to ECSL for demand the things that would they demand from them. And when we come out, we go stay out until our demands are met.
Just as soon as they make on a demand, we see ECSL, first of all, the chief of ECSL say they're not going on side. And in fact, then they conduct election when the early, voting for pilgrims them. And indeed, they go about that. But waiting we see again, we like surprise we now the fact that now presidential election they vote for. But just as they vote, ECSL pull another press release, tell we say the ballot paper the way they expect, and they delay. So whose ballot paper where they actually use for vote in the presidential election? You didn't have PPLC. Tell me something about this.
Sometimes when certain things that can be in the dark, God gets his own creative ways for make what it in the dark, it come in the open. I think on this forum, the last time we have been there with now, I've been telling us say ECSL not ready for this election. The timelines not they add up if they get for do a thorough job. And now that's just the manifest itself. It's not normal for make few days to elections will not still get the election materials there in country. Very serious issue. It raised a lot of issues about the capacity of the Electoral Commission. The issue of early voting, they with books. They do a constitutional instrument number 16 of 2023, where the ECSL take regulations to Parliament and ask Parliament for pass them and allow for this early voting. But when they allow this early voting in Section 4, if you read the provisions, especially Section 5 of that instrument, it states say, when you do a voting, you get a register. You forget a voters register. And that voters register, now a public document, anybody will want them, will forgive them. Standard practice. These people then go into an election without a voters register. So the APC therefore not even know whether they been get for votes. So now they no more know whether they get for vote and then go organize their own election. 2, when you conduct an election, the presidential election, it's one election. Whether you get early voters or you get people to vote on the same day, the ballot paper for be the same. They use 2 sets of ballot papers for the same election. So if the ballot papers for the 2023 presidential election no come it, who side they pull ballot papers will they use for the early voting for this same presidential election? Who side they pull up? That in itself just to go for lend credence to the aspersions or to the perceptions or to the beliefs where people they don't share. For say most of this printing where ECSL they do that in country they do. They really go out and are just ripping off this country mercilessly. There's same materials here where they say they award the contract to a South African. Una go surprise for no say the South African company, when they bid, they ask for 3.3 million for provide the materials. But when they award the contract, then get it for $3,999,000, almost $4 million. So would that eat the difference? Because if me say I the bid host for you for 100,000, you forgive me 100,000. But if you go or you negotiate stuff to make a reduce, I'm surprised that instead of for reduce, they increase it by over $600,000. Would I get for eat that money there? And why for happen that way? I'm not going to even comment on the wording of the letter. They say then they award the contract to the least responsive, the lowest responsive bidder. If you understand procurement, then the lowest responsive bidder, now the person will not perform at all. Now bad off pass all the one the way apply. You award contracts to the most responsive bidder, not to the lowest responsive bidder. We understand procurement. You don't mean say now the cheapest they award to. No, I'm going to use the word most responsive bidder. It means when you look at all the factors, all the criteria, all the various issues, when put all together, you feel say this person are the best, and price are just one of those factors. But just because, and they don't do these things over the years, but they still not understand how for why they expose themselves. So this early voting, what they do, it just go for expose the fact, say they're not prepared. Two, it go for show say they're ready for breach best practice in the elections, and it will go for all further underscore say even the very laws where then they prepare, they're ready for flouter. Even the very regulations where then they set for themselves, they're ready for flouter. And such people now a problem for any country. If they allow them, if Sierra Leoneans they allow the ECSL as constituted for taking to elections like chaos. Because everything we need to do is unconstitutional. And I think say as a country, we don't suffer too much. As a country, we don't go through a lot. And any signs we would see of anybody want to take us back to which side we don't come out, I think say everybody for rally around for say no. And I think say Conteh and his team, a disgrace to Sierra Leone, a disgrace to themselves and their behavior. I think say they undermine everything we get for do with credibility in elections. And I think say not good for we country.
Now we truly ask question today, man.
Yes, Papa, I just admire where Dr. Conteh they pick the region. Then one and where they plans where they can hold, they know what that means. When I say you dey pick the region, that's where you dey plan so you know the no year behind, you get it all and you get it all inside the can hold. You're very systematic and very thorough in the way you answer them questionnaire. I'm really, really happy, and I tell you, thank you. You see, we make a mistake. Now the right ballot paper them the people use because you know when you hire somebody for do something for you, you dey under contract. Now let's then go lend some paper them first no more. For make them can do the allow their own election first. So then go lend 200 first. You know, so then we'll get on with business. Well, it's not surprise we all know that in there, but what's in the money mean? Who said that we be the leadership of APC make a presentation where everybody that they come to the glad about when they give ECSL 72 hours, waiting at 72 hours, 3 days. For make them answer questions them on the bad practices that what they don't do, the bad election malpractices them where all international organizations then condemn. Not to the recommended things then that's what they're supposed to do. ECOWAS give recommendation, United Nations give recommendation, Even we own country, we own constitution, take them, break down, and give them instructions how they for do elections. They don't break all the law they did. Then self come out in 2022. Then can a parliament, then go request for let them change some law them for make them go able for do the things them what they're supposed to do in order. Then law they back where they go ask for make them give them the parliament 2022. They don't go contrary to their rules then they. So then people that already follow rules. So where APC come out who's did that, then say because of that, they don't give ECSL 3 days, 72 hours for me them put things in order. That means to say all the miscreants them where they inside they for resign. And then give them other stipulated reasons them why they for come back to them and report. But after the 72 hours, I see another audio or a video where the leader of APC, they ask people if for come out Nado for go do the last campaign. You know, I was a bit baffled, I was a bit confused because I see that like mixed messages. It's like APC don't know their ankle from the knee, the wrist from the elbow. When they say Sidom, they mean team up. When they mean jump, they mean for claim. So we are just confused. You know, we get mixed messages. So how you were able to talk to we understand the sense and the confusion where they put to we, because after 3 days we expect they will tell me what they can do. But rather
thank you very much, Imran. Thank you very much.
And they don't go do them back the things that we them do them. When they beat them, then they stone them, then they misuse them. I'll be the feel to say by now the can't tell me for say make all the many people that when they support APC come in safe areas for their own safety. We have no risk assess. But we still go there back. So I'm confused. Because I'll be the feel say by now, we say for don't tell them say they're not for Ghana with your area. Because you don't reach Ghana where we come up who want it for that, water for land. Now born them born we say, but you not to firewood.
Thank you very much. We in the APC, we still continue with the campaign. We still move ahead with preparations for the elections on Saturday because waiting with the demand, not a rocket science. Make I just take me time, give me small time, make I take una through waiting with the ask for. ECSL, now then go na parliament in 2022, then they go revise the Public Elections Act of 2012 and make a number of changes. In section 13 of that act, it talk about the voters register. And it say the voters register forget the number of the person, they forget the name of the person, they forget the address of the person, forget the in papa name, in mama name, in occupation, just like waiting been there on the voters register of 2018. Now then, say na so it will be. But after they don't go past that law, they can now and can give it a voters register where just they give it the name of the person and picture. They're up here, they show the district and the center finish. Not day in this voters register where they will tell you really where are this person. We don't do an analysis of the voters register. If I should say on ABC on social media where somebody be post voter cards of picking them, we don't fail at the register. One of them na Fatmata Conteh. If you look Fatmata Conteh na ya, it as na the number 179 na center 1001 na Kailahu district. Not day in this picking we go tell you say it don't reach 8 years. But they register for vote. The other Kadwo unabisi na Aliu Yambasu. Look, Aliu Yambasu na ya. Na voter. So, make us not fix yourself, na just manipulation. It day on the voters register. Aliu Yambasu. Not day on this, where they show say Aliu Yambasu don't reach 10 years. Look, another one na ya. I mean, that's as he say. Look the picture. It clearly shows say now speaking underage. And this just we don't analyze, we don't get all. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Pekinese underage. Actually, 8,400 and something underage. Nakalahu district. In Kenema, 18,000, some hundreds. Underage Pekinese. What they put na the register. But they be feel say when they give you the data in this format, when they not give you the date of birth and the other particulars, we're not going to pick them up. They forget say they be done prepare a journal, and the journal get all of these details. And we don't lay hands on the journal, so we get the information. So we able to know exactly the people who they underage. And what did they do again? If you compare the voters register for the Northwest and the voters register for the Southeast, you can find out, say, in the Southeast, they get so many side there where the picture not they show. Picture not they. Look now, yeah. Picture not they. Picture not they. Picture not they. Picture not they. Almost every picture not there, picture not there, picture not there, picture not there. They're all over in this their register. And the reason is because now underage speaking there, it's too scary because they be just they pad the names for make them get the numbers where they for use for make them allocate to themselves more seats. I mean, how you go sit down? You look at Makeni town alone. And look at Kailahu. How can Kailahu have 11 seats and Bombali get 8 seats? So we don't do all of this analysis. So APC, they say, una just comply with the provisions of the law. And I don't think it's difficult for them. Then get the database. Then get her. Then just decide for extract some and give it. So we believe, say, if they want to give it at they can give it at because then get her. So not too any time for me to do it. We also say Section 18 of the same act, where they can go na Parliament, also talks say this whole process of voter registration for don't complete 6 months to elections. Now then say, now then can go, and then go past the act. Why they for don't take 2 weeks to elections? Then they can give me an incomplete register. Register where not they conform. So we they say if una really want for conduct the election, una do it una law call for. I don't talk just now about the whole issue around the early voting. We say it's wrong. I mean, we say they pull voters ballot paper. It's wrong. They're not able to explain. And section 4.5 of the Constitutional Instrument number 16 of 2023, where they again take to Parliament, require them for prepare an early voters register. And international best practice in elections also don't show say you get for invite observers, you get for invite political parties for also submit agents where they conduct elections. They don't do any of that. They just wake up one evening and say tomorrow they do early voting elections. They simply create an emergency, which is not supposed to exist. Because elections, that's something they don't plan over time. If they're not there up to mischief, they're not going to do they can THIER. The third thing, where somebody asked for, we say, again, in the section 92.2 of the Public Elections Act, and even section 51, it talks about district level certification of results. But section 92.2, in very specific in terms of which side this district level certification for take place. He said it will take place in the office of the district elections officer, when they serve as the district returning officer. He says that then say they're not a one. Then they go do certification at the region and not in the district. Then they forget say, now then go say that they introduce PR. And this PR, it operates on the district block system, which means the most important unit for this election at the district. So therefore, if I make them do the first level of certification of the results inside the district consistent with the act we then take to parliament and consistent with best practice for a proportional representation. So they do one. Then they go region. And guess what? The fourth issue about the electronic transfer, what they want to do. What did they don't do? I don't know if they follow the elections in Kenya, where there be their IT people there, they go, they manipulate the system, they set up a system in cloud. They try to bring account down to the layman like me, you might understand. Who said they manipulate the results. So what they don't set up, it's interesting to know. Then they go from the answer, they walk backwards. They say, after they don't vote at the station, they don't count the result. The polling center manager and the presiding officer, then they take this result, then take this app where they give them, then type the figure they send. A person would say they will type in the wrong figure. A person would say they will type the correct figure. Who knows? And when they send this figure, it doesn't go to the district, it will go straight to national. Where again they in breach of the procedure. But you know why? When they send this thing, then they capture them in one database in cloud. So they set up two parallel databases in cloud. We don't discover this all. We don't investigate, we don't discover. Then set up two parallel bases in cloud. And so the one, they take the correct information when it comes from the polling center manager. After that, they transfer to this fake database where they set up, where they don't program the database for say, anytime where SLPP gets 10, multiply by a factor so that they always stay in the majority. And they don't identify 3,883 stations where they don't put their virtual figures there for manipulating inside that database. We don't get all. In fact, I even get the list of all of those centers.
So now this will be the reason we make them say they not allow anybody for audit the system.
Yes. So when they don't do when you go inside that day, it automatically guarantee victory for SLPP. And now they don't go book into money for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So from this fake database, and then they beam the result straight to Bintuman. Instead, they invite people there for go watch. They say live display as a result. They come in real time. Which kind of time? It's all fake in space. If I remember what we did the 110 election,
virtual friendship.
After the election done, SLPP then come up with their own figure. They say that they win. That this kind of system app, then they be used for getting that kind of result today. But we will get the real result, and that's when the corner do the right thing. He accept the real result. Remember, SLPP they come up with their own figure. Well, that same thing then they want for do for this national election for manipulating figure. So let me say, they insist on district level certification, and it has to be manual, not electronic based. So that when they contact at the district, at the center, the station, when they come at the district back, they take from the RR form, they reconcile, then get the totals, they certify at the district, say, these are the figures. Then they send them to the region. Not to, when you take it's not national, and then from national, when they don't doctoral, they send them to region. No region can certify their fake figures. No, you don't walk backwards. You go from the center to the district, to the region, and then to national. That's all. And then again, you don't need time. You just need to make them comply. Then we still go ahead with plans for the elections because we believe, say, they can do the right thing. But just decide, say, we're going to use electronic. We'll go how about they do manual. That's all we are saying. And then I don't talk about the underage beginner, where they flop at this register. And the reason why when they see this violence, they intensify at the Southeast, now because they want for do waiting they don't use for do over the years. They know they vote in the Southeast. They stop ballots. Then they vote for people there. Then they hit feds, people they run away. They threaten people run away. They go there and vote for people there. So that they end up forget 89, 90, 92% voter turnout. And then 95% of those votes, they go for SLPP. APC, they get under 5%. That's the pattern. Whether they reflect reality. And so now that's the one for perpetuation. So for men, they get the figures where they feel say that it will favor them. They don't put all kind of picking in. Name there inside. They don't say there's no way where a 10-year-old picking will get mine for Kana station, say the car for car vote. If Papa say no go allow, Mama no go allow, so they no will go there for go vote. Understand it?
I'm not cut you off, sir. During the registration, we see one particular guy, man, we they call Vanjao or so. You know, when they go school to school, then they carry go the machine at the school. And interestingly, somebody been picked that in the camera where they beats that person in the back.
Exactly. So now that they do over and over, and now that they take pad the voters register. So now they say, but if this register here, so on the day they get real election, then PKR no go come, and if there are observers all over the place, and if the parties they also candidate, they will not have the numbers. So they say, now for drive there, now left there on their own, so they could do the thing they do. We are saying no. It not they work. And if you also look at the voters register, you will find out, say, in their own area, in their own strongholds at the Southeast, they get so many one-station centers. Look, Center, Kenema, Town Barre. Now one station, now one center. Roman Catholic Primary School, 2 stations, now a whole center. Open Space, Kenema, 1 station, now 1 center. Open Space, Kenema, 1 station, 1 center. Roman Catholic Primary School, 1 station, 1 center. KDEC Primary School, 1 station, 1 center. When you come at the South and at the Northwest, you get 10 stations in 1 center, 12 stations in 1 center. So what they do is that they make them very easy. Even allow me to make the point, make people understand.
Okay. All right.
They make it very easy for make people they're able to get access to the polling stations in their strongholds for go vote. When it comes to real area, people they get for work miles for go vote with in attendance difficulty. So structurally, they don't already skew the things in favor of the SLPP. So that people that go able to easily access the center. So they get far more. Right now, we're busy with the print the voters register. We print Western area today. When you begin for print Waterloo, we don't dare per Waterloo from money. Say now not done. Because the center there's so plenty. I mean the stations in 1 center, there's so plenty. Understand? Whereas when you there at the Southeast, 1 station, 1 center, 300 people, 400 people, they make 1 center. So they make us so confident for themselves. Then they is very, very bad. And as I say, they get duplication of names. Look now, all the wire, now duplicated names. Then duplicate the names inside the register. Just so that they will give the SLPP an undue advantage.
But
those that will get the numbers for the allocation of results. And then of course, so these are the things where Dr. Samura and the APC say, in the interest of peace, free, fair, and transparent elections, una stop them bad tier una one for do, una reversal. let's do the right thing and we can go to elections.
But
We don't say
ECSL be make something very clear to we at one point. Say they don't reduce underage voter them, they don't pull them from the register. And we find out say in the western area and in the north of the country, if you remember one quote where Emma Silamina quote the European Union Commissioner. He say when I go to the north and the west, people in Boku. When I come to the south and the east, will not see plenty. But when they register, they come out, they register plenty past here. We find out that they reject plenty people now the west and the north. And then say when that number when they cut them down because they say a lot of underage. And we still say they turn people and say because the register the birth certificate when they be used is not authentic. You know, so how comes ECSL still left underage now the area them?
The whole issue about underage na the northwest na lie. They be just know what make young people then register because they believe say young people are not going to vote for them. And me find that very strange. If free quality education, na the flagship project. Then it means they're picking them where they will be first-time voters. Now them be supposed for them be the direct beneficiaries of this free quality education. So therefore, they're picking up before gladly for tell SLPP thank you for the free quality education. Why they afraid them? That they afraid them, for me, they suggest say the education is not get quality and not free. And then feel say that picky they not go vote for them. So therefore, make not allow them to vote at all. They rather prefer for deprive the picking them of the democratic right of the franchise for express themselves and choose the leadership where they want and define their future for themselves. So these are the types of things where they do because they know say they cannot win a free, fair, transparent election. They feel say they can skew the process and they don't be ever believe say APC go no. They not be ever believe say APC get the capacity for unearth all of this inadequacies. They don't be believe. So if they come to them, that's a rude shock that APC will get all of these facts. And clearly, we not to work oxen. Work oxen and they put nail through your nose, they tie your head, then they begin direct outside for go. No. We don't work oxen. We understand, we're intelligent, we know what thing they happen. And not to say now we they raise these concerns. But they will say, oh, why are they wait now? We don't do it before. No. We don't raise these issues for several months, if not over a year. Then just the usual power mentality. They dismiss we with a wave of the hand. And that is wrong. So Imran, APC is very clear about what we want. We give the ECSL an opportunity for backtrack and do the right thing. And this is something they can do in less than 24 hours. They can correct these things and do the right thing, and then we can move on with the elections. So that is why we take this step. But make nobody not underestimate the resolve of the APC. We have already resolved, and we don't issue a statement for say we are going to peacefully demonstrate, and we don't call on the police for make them provide we with the security we need for make we do with demonstration.
Well, they can't talk about this thing about the police. Quickly, you will make mention. Sorry, you can't. Sorry, I beg. You will make mention of the south and the east. Say some side and they went now one center to one station, right? And now the west
one station now is center. Yes,
one. So in Waterloo, for example, they get like 5, 6, 7 station inside one center.
Over 10.
Yes, inside the particular elections act, then get one side where they say if they set confusion now a particular polling center, where they feel say a danger for the election, they can cancel them. You are aware of that?
Yes.
So you not think say this not possible, another trick again. For say then go send them boys them, now some area them, now the north and the south, now the north and the west, set confusion and then cancel area, so they not mean. So if they do the same way now one center to one station, it not will create any impact to them. You not see that as well?
So you just to go for confirm what you had to talk for say this thing like clearly and cleverly orchestrated design for rig the elections in favor of the SLPP. Clearly, from the get-go, from the design stage. It's well programmed, well designed. And in fact, we even hear it say, one commissioner don't say, Ingo deliver a region to SLPP. Hi, and in region, a stronghold of the APC. I hope for doing Emangre Sabi. And I think say, these are one of the reasons why they don't want let we get district level certification. Because when we get district level certification, then there as commissioners no go get any powers. Now, for go cancel a result where they don't certify at the district. They cannot. You know, but at the level, they can decide for begin quarantine, because then the act give the powers. They can decide for begin quarantine certain centers, like how they do in 2018, when they quarantine over 200 stations, na Potloko, and they not ever include those votes in the federal account where they announce. And I believe, say, they want to do the same thing. But this time, we not agree. We not agree as a party. Okay. We're not going to allow them for me to get the field day where they be enjoying 2018. Not going to happen.
Well, we don't look this senior, just like what you say. I agree with you 1000%. Because this is not a rocket science. Some of we don't talk about these anomalies there. From last year, we don't talk as say these elections here, they don't cook the soup, they just wait for it in dish. So now shape them just one can shape and no more. The soup we don't cook long term. The reality is all the things that we didn't do, the pattern is clear, say now that them they work towards. Even the parliament, all the committee them, the chairman them, now SLPP. Now other countries they do good practice if then they do committees, they're most likely that the opposition person within at the committee, then they can make chair or make balance for day. But almost all the, in fact, all the committees in the parliament, the chair, the chairman, na SLPP, the administrator, na the parliament, parental na SLPP, the speaker. We're not supposed to be speaker because not so they get majority. The rule is the other get majority in the parliament. Not so they get majority. Then force stay, then get the speaker. Then create artificial majority in the parliament. Then you can hear some people that can come out, who are the parliamentarian, and when they say they're the parliamentarian, then are APC parliamentarian. What can APC do? Whether not at 89 and at 59, SLPP at 58. You get NGC when 4 people them, independents na 3, then the paramount chief then are 14. They all vote for the government, with the exception of the C4C, where 5 of the 8 MP them they vote for APC. So all these things now a clear manifestation of what you talk so dark. But we know this. Say this is what they've done. But the thing about APC, you say we are law-abiding party. I agree with you. The Oni don't get that. We just wait for the gogo, for scatter the Oni, then let them begin bet. Now that's what we want to see. Because we don't say to una say, the Oni, they're ready, and they're not ready for sting very badly. Because, you know, there is so much somebody can suffer. There is so much somebody can take. But this consistent abuse of the intelligence, it's so painful when somebody, and for me, I disagree with you one point where you talk about them cleverly. They are not clever. Because if they're clever, then for me do them, we not suspect. But they do them blatantly. In fact, that I find them very disrespectful. Where sheep, they can't try for play clever and goats. Where all man say goats clever for sheep. So when the people that don't get a sonar like on it and they wait for sting, when they blow this whistle, because we don't tire for wait, we don't become restless, we are anxious, because we don't take this CTIR. Me they put onto you as a party member, as a follower of the APC, a member, official member. We don't tire because when I just say Canada, they can't complain. We don't know now what is the problem. The problem not to use again. So when the blood is we soon.
Imran will not they come that for can complain. Will they can for can make back we enlighten the public about waiting they happen. The party don't take a decision for say we they come out. And we don't inform the police, say we they come out. I they look forward to you buying your ticket for can join you they come out. It's not enough for sit down in England in the comfort of your house and they talk how they talk so. Buy ticket, load na plane, car na freighter. If you like how you copy, they don't come. Let us know say you really determined for you don't really vex like how you talk and so. You can then talk all how you go for talk. Buy ticket, load na plane, car let all can demonstrate. But on a more serious note.
What do you say so? That exactly what the SLP they talk. So APC you're not correct. We all get to your areas of expertise. We don't do this. We are fearless. We they talk, and we don't talk cleverly. But unfortunately, we not listen to we because when we don't listen to we, some of the things that what we deal with now, not we don't deal with them.
Okay.
But the reality is, we believe in expertise. Everybody get their own expert areas.
So the thing now about
not to the one that when they elect. Now when they elect, now when are supposed to do them. That's why you guys are there.
So I got
if one way gets the responsibility, when I want for transfer and to be, you know they work.
So I got appreciate when I go back inside on our camp and discuss that. Let's go to this one of the police quickly. You know, when I don't get plan, when I belong right to the police and ask for them give una, permission, well not to permission, for them give una security for this protest one for 20, doctor.
Yeah, now that's there in the letter.
Yes. So what we see this one where the police write again, they reply to una Secretary General, say, okay, yes, we appreciate that una don't tell we, but the time una give we is small, una for we don't give we 72 hours for let we plan how we for guide una how una to go about nothing, and then they ask almost people them una want for pull na door for let them provide the kind of security. Because of that, then they call una to a meeting tomorrow, for una go sit down and talk. What do you think about this?
I find the police letter very funny. Will not give you date for the come out. How you say will not give you 72 hours? That in don't give you date now we'll go for come out. In don't predetermine a date. We just write say will they come out. And so we ask you when we come out, your security then may they not shoot we. Rather, may they provide security. We'll not get a date. So I don't know what he make he say it not reach 72 hours. We'll not get a date. You see, this now the problem, they get preconceived ideas. And because they get these preconceived ideas, they jump into things. And I see another letter, PPR step, and all of a sudden, all this while, APC don't they raise these concerns in meetings that we say PPRC day, we say police day, do not ever feel say it's necessary for bringing we together for talk. Now, all of a sudden, they don't see reason why they for begin call now. In one day, PPRC and Peace Commission don't call we for 11 o'clock, and then police don't call we for 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So which means that they expect say the whole of Monday we'll go there no more, we'll go for a meeting from one place to the other. Again, they feel say then they are delaying tactics they try to employ. Delaying tactics. But I think say the APC is smarter than that, and the leadership will reflect on their letters, and the leadership will advise on the way forward.
But we know for say already, SLP don't do a state capture. They don't capture all the institutions. And just like the banter we make to get this now, I would not say anything to the police because the police, they are surrogate SLPP. Because they want the dates for men to go come out and prepare for men to do things them against we. I would have gone with the element of surprise. We just come on a door because we know who the police are. Because
now
consistently.
Now you are talking, Imran. Now you are talking. So why you say, if you say, let me go surprise, why is it not good date?
No. What they say is
no. You say
no,
we for
I'm not talking to the police. I'm talking.
So if you give it, why you be surprised?
I'm talking to us, the people.
What you mean they talk about now is the police. The police say we not forgive them date and time. But we are not for say the police na SLPP. We are not for say the PPRC na SLPP. We are not for say the ECSL na SLPP. SLPP don't even capture the journalists there. They don't capture the courts. Even the courts right now, when I get cases they're not allocating them to judges. Because if they don't allocate them to judge, we don't get interim injunction. Automatically, where you file a case in motion. That's what would happen. But take to the judge, not to accident.
Imran, you don't get your facts right. They not they grant an injunction where you not file for an injunction. You see, when you want to do these types of research, do your homework first. Try for know the types of cases that we done day before the courts and all that type of stuff. So that when you talk authoritatively. When me, Richard Conteh, they talk, I speak authoritatively based upon the facts. And who say I need for consult. That make why I get documents with me. Because I want to make sure, say, I speak to the facts. You know, we have written, we have notified the police. We have taken a decision as a party that we are going to peacefully demonstrate. And we are going to do that. When we are going to do that, will not be something where we go announce in advance, but the party leadership will give the signal when the appropriate time reach.
And are these people...
But I will tell you, say, I do a full investigation and research before I say what I say. Once a case has been filed to the court, again at the court jurisdiction for determination, this underlying petition, due to exigency or time constraints, the Supreme Court has the jurisdictions to enter interim injunction pending
but not filed for
a
injunction.
full hearing or determination.
But we're not filed for injunction.
I did my investigation thoroughly.
We're not filed for injunction. We're not filed for injunction.
You don't have to file for injunction.
We're not filed for injunction.
You don't have to file for injunction. Like for instance,
you have to, Imran. You have to.
No, you don't.
Because injunction, it is one of the most expensive things for call for. If you go, you ask for either an ex parte or the other type of injunction, then grant them, and then later on, the court find out, say, they'll not be supposed for don't grant them, you mislead the court, there are penalties. So that is why when you file for an injunction, you get for provide collateral. So that's not happen. So them can tell you, say, not talk about what you don't know.
Okay.
APC has not filed an injunction.
Okay.
For an injunction.
I tell you, say,
wait,
once
Imran,
you get
wait,
case,
please, Imran, wait, and doctor, please, now hold on. Now, I think what we want for go, now the thing where people want for here, this injunction, APC say they not file, Imran, and let we just left and say they not file, as they don't put on, until we not say them file, then we will come back and charge and say, but you been saying not this and not that. So, I want to ask this question quickly on this police clearance still, or the security one that they ask from the police, doctor. You know, down at the last paragraph of the letter, I don't know how to describe this particular short line. It says, this notwithstanding, you might also wish to go through the PPRC and deliver your position paper to the ECSL. It's like these people, the police as well, don't come up for providing security and they tell them waiting for them.
I tell you, say, it's all part of a grand plan for delay the process. And they don't want to make APC commandado. They don't want to make APC commandado. But I think, say, we don't reach to the point, we say we as a party, we don't reach the decision for, say, we will commandado. The time we will commandado will be, the trigger will be announced by the leadership when the time reach.
So, una want to talk to PPRC or ECSL directly?
We not get any issue at this stage with PPRC. Not to PPRC, they conduct elections. PPRC, they regulate political parties. ECSL, now then, they conduct elections. This is the other thing we will find very surprising. We not go against government. We say we get issues with PPRC.
ECSL.
But now government, the answer.
ECSS.
You know, we don't understand why then they reply. We don't get issue with government. We get issue with PPRC.
No,
I mean,
with
with ECSL.
Yeah.
We get issue with ECSL. I don't understand. And we say ECSL don't demonstrate, say, they not get the capacity for conduct elections. And we say, even the way in which they be appoint the commissioners, like even the chief electoral commissioner, is unconstitutional, and the PMDC has gone to court on that. APC don't go to court, which we don't go to court for, and me, now principal witness for the APC on that matter. So I speak authoritatively. As I don't swear to an affidavit. We don't go to court on the issue of the data. We don't go to court on the issue of the district level certification. Now that we don't go to court for. But we not file.
So what exactly the case? Explain, give me more about this case in court. You know, what exactly at the application? You say the data and the certification. Please tell me more, we understand.
We APC, they insist, say, ECSL for comply with the provisions of Section 13 of the Public Elections Act. The data where they don't give out is not consistent with the provisions of Section 13. So it is in breach. And so we ask ECSL for make them comply. Two, we ask ECSL, we ask the court for make their order ECSL for comply with the provisions of Section 92(2) of the Public Elections Act. And Section 92(2) of the Public Elections Act, the state say the district elections manager will certify the results where they receive from the polling centers, from the polling stations and the polling center. They go certify them inside in office in the district and make copies of the certified results available to the party agents and observers who present inside in office. So you cannot now, because you want to manipulate things, move the office temporarily from the district to the region. It's not done. If you're not there up to
now
something
we go back
fishy,
to the question where Imran be try for make law get clarification on. So for order and for injunct, now two different things.
No. We say for order, then for comply with Section 92(2).
So in other words, no one day for
an injunction. Now I restrain in order for say we not proceed with the elections. So it's totally different. Now restrain in order, we not file for a restraining order. No, we just say where would they go on with the elections? Would I tell this man, do you make a do waiting the act say in Section 92(2), and in that section then say therefore certify the results inside the office of the district elections manager, and that when it don't certify inside the office, if I make copies of the certified results available to the party agents and the observers who present inside in office.
So in the case of
that's all we
they not go by the order. What thing will happen?
Well, the court will decide that they're already in breach of the law.
Okay.
So how far is the case now? Because you don't tell me say we're not going to court. When you go to court, then they give a listing. So they don't list sooner now for hearing.
I don't talk to my lawyer this weekend, so I don't know it.
Okay. Continue for the program now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. We get Dr. Richard Conteh with me at the program where they try for highlight several issues them we get for do with the election, and I think that this way people want for a rebut, And doctor, another funny thing they go on with regards to this ECSL. Of course, you don't talk about the plan way they get for the Leuna, you don't talk about the early voting, you don't talk about the ballot paper, you don't talk about several other things then we don't go on. But now we don't get a challenge. In as much as some delay tactics they don't do. Tomorrow when I get meeting with Peace and Commission, when I get meeting with police, all of the other ONS don't they pull word under the threatening. We listen to our vice presidential candidate, now running mate, where say certain things them were very much strong. For example, when una they come out, una they expect the police and the sojaman for provide security for una. But any policeman or sojaman wear uniform, he using gun for shoot any one of una. It means say that person they not to policeman and not to sojaman, una go deal with her adequately. You hear that statement there?
Well, I not get a recording of that for saying that those are the exact words, but it is true that in civilized societies, in democracies, we say the rule of law they obtain how it's supposed to obtain. When people even in America, when people they demonstrate, the law officers, the police, they around for guide them, not to for attack them. Even in Liberia, when they've been getting massive demonstration against the president of Liberia, he instructs the police for give the people a water. So the people you see where they give people a water when they demonstrate. That is what is done in a civilized democracy. And so obviously would they draw the attention of the IGP to that for say, do waiting standard operating procedures they require of you.
You know, one other thing quickly on that same area day. In as much as they talk about demonstration and come out and several things, we've been getting Charles versus Magai the other day. They tell you the difference between procession, where the police they talk about, and that of protest or demonstration. But the one where required permission and the police use in this letter, then say procession, when means say you can't do it without their permission.
We letter very clear. If I can read that for you,
please go ahead, sir. Let everybody understand them.
The letter says, we will be led by our presidential candidates, his running mate, national chairman, secretary general, and other hierarchy of the party, as it will be a peaceful procession. We urge your personnel to be peaceful with civilians and to provide us with the required support. That is what we are asking for, and it's very clear. And a lawyer writer, I shall say, he choosing words carefully when we state them that way.
All right.
Where una now we leader them, what thing go wrong? Where everywhere in the world, the most important part from policing na community police, because police na a discipline where they do without consent. You get for do them in collaboration with the population. The population get for support them for make them able to get the outcomes them what they need for function. But it look like we say we own police and they do all the things there for alienate the citizens, the public. So how would they serve the country where they get this habit for be trigger happy? They can't wait to press the gun for me them go kill people them. When they know say they need the people them for me them go able to function, because community policing is the most important part of policing. So what do you go say about that to we police them?
Okay, in the first place, I think so it could be helpful make una invite the IGP, Inspector General, and ask for make una interview him, and when I go ask her this specific question, why in President trigger happy. But I think say in the earlier stage I don't talk say we get a problem that we hands in this country wherein we get some members of the security forces were clearly partisan. And we don't mention the issue of state capture. They suffer from absolute state capture. They don't capture all institutions and they are no longer independent for exercise their duties. Community policing are one of the more civil ways for ensure say they involve the communities in the administration of justice. And then get the police partnership board in the country where civilians, they're now a part of that, and then build them up in different communities. Usually, then they play a very significant role for maintain law and order in the areas and for take certain actions for also avert other types of anomalies that will happen in the communities. And that is standard practice. It is best practice and it is very good. Waiting they happen now, it go beyond community policing. Waiting they happen now, a case where members of the security forces where they demonstrate blind loyalty to a hegemony, to a system of government, and they believe say they use the advantage of having access to the gun
Alright, the internet though actually all and they quickly. So waiting we go do, we go start for begin take people in calls them quick one. Once it come back, it will come
It them to the police
okay.
and security forces for say when I do the right thing. It remind them for say then get a responsibility for protect every citizen and that they not for use that opportunity where they get it for serve we against we. Right. I think it's an admonition they give them.
That continue for them to inside the program. We just want to take few calls from people and let them just let you waiting and say think about the old discussion we don't get now. So we'll just take few calls, 1 minute 30 seconds per call quickly, and then we will come back to you for actually please just take note of the questions that we come. Quick one. Alright, we'll go on the line and take the very first question inside the program. The very first caller. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call form. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, the call now we had.
Okay, go ahead.
What we don't see, you see, from the party of itself, they make delayance. You see the reason they may not set up the whole thing. They may not set up the whole thing as to how to go about this election. That make them go in a court so that they go delay. Then go delay until this time so that they don't get enough time. All then they try for make delaying tactics so that they will get to the election. But the election they already don't do the election though.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, so for let me get more people, I'm very sorry. I think I will cut the time down quickly to 1 minute quickly. We go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, they call from America.
Go ahead. You get 1 minute.
I just want me to may you do me a favor. May you play the video for Cherry Coco. The how Cherry Coco talk about the demonstration. So party Conteh, you understand? Waiting Ibrahim they talk.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, we go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Okay, I call from Moyamba. This na Ibrahim the talk.
Okay, so hold on, Ibrahim. When they get it when they talk. Doctor, you get them.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Here.
I want to tell Doctor plenty thank you. Also, we had for giving this opportunity for the doctor can talk to we. And of course, we all know the situation of the country right now with regards of that thing that we doctor don't highlight for we so ECSL and what thing they go on. Then they don't make everywhere who don't work in this country. They see the fairness. They know say something they can happen. We know fine for this country. But the major thing I want Imran put in heart down. This thing for protest, we see PPP don't call for a lot of protest, but we don't see much difference. You understand? And now that we APC as a political party and institution don't take up this way for can do this demonstration, the Imran's list voting Dr. Conteh they say.
Okay. And we go to another call again. 1 minute per call. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Yes, Mbepie. This is Augustine. I call from London.
Go ahead, Augustine. Give 1 minute.
Yes. I just try for make a suggestion to Dr. Conteh. Yes, we don't see a lot of things don't happen during this election, during this whole electioneering process. We want to see a situation wherein the leadership of APC go call all international community observers, the EU, ECOWAS, Mano River Union, whatever. Let them call them and make a strong case, because all anything that way they happen then they na the social media. But how best APC go utilize them for make a strong case? Say based on this we know the
5 more seconds.
You understand? Thank you so much.
Thank you. We go to another call again. Welcome to the show, sir. Your name and inside the platform. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just got a few questions for Dr. Richard Conteh.
Go ahead, sir.
Dr. Richard Conteh, how are you, sir? This is Boy Jalo Jamboria speaking from Norway.
Oh,
Before I
how are
ask
you,
my
boys?
question, I take exception to your statement about us being out here to go to Sierra Leone. Some of us are here, but we do a lot in the backstage. If you buy a man cry for you, net you the ask out to make you get money.
20 more seconds.
What in na our communication channel we wanna get with African Union and the ECOWAS because they get conventions and protocols we salute not sign.
5 more seconds.
That's my question.
All right, thank you. We go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, you did live now. Your name inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, this is a concerned citizen. Okay, let's go direct to the point. This is the go direct to doctor. Doctor, to what you don't analyze today and the response where you give, I will tell you directly, you make the popular way they support now, you understand, go and zero will calm down. I want to know, say, the tempo right away the people then get, now for let the right thing be done. But if not, the slow the people then, the tempo we then get right now for let the right thing be done, it could affect.
So who's one part they respond? Low get unclear.
Fine. They respond in the sense when I say when they demonstrate because at the CCS the party most of them at the party no count to 1-8 when they mix up and the people then want for let things be done. You understand the way they support you now, and because now then they suffer. And I go for the people the way they suffer. You understand? So when I go for do a bit action. Okay. Thank you very much. Let go bless you.
All right, so you get 2,206 people where they watch me on YouTube. 680 likes. Please don't forget for like and share the program. And on Facebook, we get 1,300 where they watch the program right now. So please don't forget for like. In all, we get like 3,500 where they watch me right now. We go on the line again and take a few more calls. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call form. You get 1 minute.
Call from Uyad.
Go ahead.
To Mr. Imran, he did do a good job. But where the co-presents a personal feeling or thinking, for the imposer on the respondent. I think na question for the ask, not about tell out if you for happen. The APC business report puts aside and he asks question. And to the person at the studio, the APC get for demonstrate or process. If it be a well-planned procession now where each honorable now the wards them or the districts them will match with the councillors them. A well-planned and give them detail how the thing they happen, so they work out, so they for go, what they for do, really structured. If it happens so, we will achieve our objective. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, to go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. You get 1 minute.
Hello.
Yes, welcome, sir. Your name and inside the call from. You get 1 minute.
I call from where I had Slpp.
Okay.
Slpp, I want to say thank you to Dr. Richard Conteh. But one statement the way Dr. Richard Conteh make women okay with we tell Mr. Imran say and for na tongue na so you come and put so waiting and they rather that statement they rather unfortunate. But one thing I want say like now today Samura don't talk say again for go meet with the PPIC don't call. So then get for go meet to the PPIC tomorrow. After tomorrow, anything he will communicate them. That now Samura one of his statements where he make today now at Sugar Stadium this net. So now we just wait and see.
All right, we go to another call quick. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Hello?
Reduce the volume of your set here.
Hello?
Reduce the volume of your set. You're live now.
Okay. Please.
You don't reduce the volume of your set yet. And you don't spend 25 seconds. Your name and inside the call form.
Me, that's Sulaiman. I call from Freetown.
Go ahead, please. Get 30 more seconds.
Yeah, my brother. I want to tell Dr. Richard Conteh, power where you go for good take power, any take them like Pekin. You go for good take them with force, they make them say power. You understand? Like where people then they live so for let the right thing be done. You understand?
Them people are nobody there. So they need to get leaders them, who they push them. You understand? The leaders have front. So how you feel say that nobody will come and go because you go afraid, you don't know that they go fight for them. You understand? So they need to take the stand. At that time.
All right, we go to another call quickly. Welcome to the show. Your name and
Hello. Yeah, they call me that concerned citizen.
Go ahead, Mama.
I just they tell Dr. Richard Conteh, thank you. Me are the listen, are the observe, and no say this trip, they no one miss, they no one fail. Because if Dr. Samura Kamara say he they meet with people then I know say according to the meeting, waiting then they get. Now Inge forget the demonstration. So I hope say late. 10 day and we get them for put ECSL then and then Tuesday. I just encourage Sierra Leoneans then. We are not discouraged. Let me get open. Let me in Samura Kamara. They don't talk and me I listen to them. Well, thank you all. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. I will take last 5 calls. Then we'll go over to Dr. Richard Conteh for let a respond to the callers them already. But I want to tell you, say today na the 19th from where parts of this world. From where I don't know how to talk I say. But today na the 19th, and we know say we've been declared 19 and the 20 for be 2 days fasting. So already I be don't drink me water now for start the fasting. It left to you how you want for do them. Whether you want for do them through the Christian, you want for do them through the Muslim, it's up to you for do them. The bottom line now, we get a focus, and the focus now, anybody we plan for sell this election, anybody we plan for thief the happiness of the people them, but by rigging this election, let God expose them and let them plan them be failed. So that now the basic prayer points that one day, you know, and as well they call for let God intervene, let this election be peaceful, and we on the way supposed to do the right thing, let them do them. You know, so the fasting already don't start today the 19th from this part of the world. You know, today the 19th and we'll do the 19th way now Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so when I can join we follow we go on with the fasting. All right, so I'll take the last 5 calls. Then we come over to Doc. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from. You get 1 minute.
Okay, I just want to ask Mr. Richard Conteh because this issue don't see, we take out of the tax.
Please talk loud, small. I know you fine.
For the past 4 years, then the complaint body still say no degree. You understand that the party don't get leadership, but not doing that the party don't get leadership. Waiting at the way forward. And now we see the same thing that happen back. It's like this leadership, they no one take action. But 1/4 of the students, the 1,000 of the students, they will be prisoners also because of the student called APC. The people that go prison for this APC, but the leadership, they don't want to take responsibility. Every day, they tell you, say, we do this, and we study the law. Okay,
so the action they already where they don't plan for take, not to action done enough?
Listen, the plan don't say every day they plan, but already see nothing. The plan don't go deep and until nothing.
Okay, so if you not been the leader, what you for been waiting at the plan where you for been put in place?
The plan, me brother, don't worry. I'm not sure that you know.
No, you. If you not been the leader, let us suggest to them now. Because we did talk to them now, we did tell them what you for do. What you want? If you not been the leader, what you for be do?
Okay, madam, your man you want. You know for wait for her. As you say, you go by law, you know the people and madam, your man is for wait for her.
All right, thank you very much.
It's like we
all right, we go to another call quickly. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from.
Yeah, my name is Sulaiman. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. 1 minute.
Thank you so much, Dr. Richard Conteh, for coming here today. I'm not happy at all. I'm really not happy.
Okay.
You know, all the evidence Dr. Richard Conteh don't bring out all the evidences then. So what are you guys waiting for? These people are not going to respond to UNA. They're not going to comply to UNA. You understand? The life of Sierra Leoneans then they now in a hand. The freedom of that nation then at the hands of APC. Me, I won't give una time now. On the 22nd of this month, una for come out. 22nd of this month, APC una for come out. I they give una time now. After SLPP don't do their last rally, make una come out. They are not going to comply with una. This is my message.
Thank you. All right, 3 more calls. Okay, this call long on. I'll go fair and quickly. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call.
I want to thank you for bring the update here. So we waiting me one I don't know if I get them right. I read and say like, I mean, I read the talk say they want to
I don't hear you.
diplomatic way.
Okay, I will tell you.
I say I don't know if he get them right. I understand say they want to that diplomatic way. This government don't need diplomacy. Please, let's take the bull by its horn. Please. If they don't sell out, we're not ready for anything like sell out. Please. People need peace and freedom in that country. If he's not part of the sellout, I'm sorry, I'm not accusing him. I'm just assuming. Okay. If he's not part of the sellout, let we know. Okay. Please. We are not waiting for less. Please.
Thank you. All right. So you say no, you're say basically, and it basically ask say he say when they do that diplomatic way. He say this government don't need diplomatic. We need to take the bull by the horn because matter be on a possible way. You don't need serve with business. So if una accuse you, but he say if you self don't be part of the one the way they want sell out, he say do them as the people are not ready for sell out this trip. So that will take 2 more calls quickly. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, Mr. Slpp. My name Tivan, I come from London. Right, yeah, waiting me to say no more. Yeah, waiting me to say no more. Time no day again we favor. Time no day. This time our people don't get zeal and don't ready for do things. This why this government are not to government way, then for go with diplomatic way. They're not already the deal already done. But if we don't left with time, people can get time for letting come on and do. For showing support, you don't want to waste time. Things that I'm afraid this is going to be a problem for our country. You see, it's government don't need play. They don't need staff for business. So God, it's not really right.
5 more seconds.
I'm not waste with time. It's really sad.
All right, so take the last call for the program today. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call form. You get 1 minute. Hello, Kola?
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. How are you?
Okay, you said.
My name Kalon and they call from Riyadh.
Okay, give 1 minute.
And they tell Mr. Conteh, do you are this year, if you make a call to my way, they go so they go beluna on a take, they bought up on a that upper to Manavio, they not to Poland window. How they for come full, let them come full about tomorrow where they go para me today. Do you una just alarm no more say salon would already ready would be on now that they die. Would God say the see salon better one it is here. Do you would a beguna? This will not make her if you take her easy they bought up on it. Do you have Mr. Conteh and the APC party? Una save we now una no more get for save. Una just call no more so we already see you. Would they be una? Would they die out now? Would they die? Don't die no more. So
Thank
do you have
Thank you very much. All right, so that's the last call we will take for the program today. Doc, you don't hear all of the concerns then, you know.
Yes, I don't hear it. Yeah, I mean, I think say most of the calls center around the demonstration. And it's clear from what people in the talk for say they want make we come out now. But I'm glad it's waiting one woman talk. He say, you know, Creole man say, take time, kill ant, if you are seeing God. The person say, everything they do, it got to be well planned, it got to be well structured, because you know what I miss. I think say this is the first time ever in the history of APC in recent times for make APC come out for say a right to the police for say we demonstrate. I now remember in my time with APC where APC don't write to police and say they come on the streets. I never see it happen. These are the first time, and I think say how many people I know say that decision was taken at the highest level, and for make even in the campaign of the deputy leader, he restate them. And for make you know say a decision we would not take at the highest level. And one man don't confirm and say even in President to be Samura Kamara in statement today, he don't restate and say then we hear it from him after the meetings that we don't plan tomorrow. So I make when I know say the APC is very determined if the ECSL meet with demands, hallelujah. Nobody no want for make a confusion there. We want for win the election. So if they do the right thing and we don't state with demands and very clear, then maybe need nothing for common street if they meet with demands. But if they not meet with demands, we don't agree as a party leadership for say we will come out and register with the satisfaction to the ECSL. So I make everybody be rest assured for say APC now get a leadership and the leadership go take we to Wusai. Everybody will be happy. I understand the sentiments. We all don't suffer these 5 years in unprecedented ways, and we all want action now. But maybe just waiting another 24 hours will cause any harm. The party already don't take a decision that is sacrosanct. It will not change. They don't, with 72 hours ultimatum will give them, it don't elapse. So now action. And indeed, the party will act. But I will exercise, as people when they exercise restraint, we want for make sure say we don't miss at all. We do the right thing, and we're all on board, and we achieve the ultimate goal with a victory in the elections. I want for make we all understand, say, this tier, that we all responsibility. And we all equally concerned. It's just that different people, they don't sacrifice or they don't suffer more than others. And different people don't feel the effect of what they happen more than others and all the rest of it. But it's a very, very serious situation. And the leadership understand, because on a daily basis, we follow the atrocities. You know, some of we don't even suffer personally, and nobody wants that to continue. Another 5 years of them wire, forget about we as individuals, but the country, they go through very, very bad situation. Very, very bad. The economy, they're in shambles. Human rights record, and they at its worst. I mean, killings will not happen. You're unprecedented. In the use of salute, prices just skyrockets. Everything just, they in total disarray, and nobody not know what tomorrow hold for we. And the APC, that the only answer. All man, they look forward, and Dr. Samura is ready for take up leadership, get the experience, get the wherewithal for do that, and make una get confidence. All man, go and be ready to come out and do the right thing. Listen to the leadership. We go guide una, we go tell una waiting that the line of action when we forsake, and at that day we go do president to be Dr. Samura don't say after tomorrow when I go hear it from her. So let's wait, let's listen to it, then go tell me a PPRC and SLP.
Tuesday or Monday, because the 72 hours don't pass no long time. Tuesday or Monday, who's we go hear from that specifically?
No. Dr. Samura say after the meeting tomorrow, the last meeting at 1 o'clock. After the meeting tomorrow, he will make a statement. I believe say he want for give them a final opportunity. And he says go in the meeting. If we go, then go accept for resign and comply with all we demands. Then maybe we did not follow come out.
So much critical. Then can accept them not do. So now for let them accept or now for let them do. Which one?
No, well, when I say accept with demands, it means that for do one. That is the implication. If we not do them, it means they not accept. You know, and this time we not go just accept words. If I be concrete, especially where we not get time on my side.
Exactly.
And
because
so
we get a few more days to Saturday. And
yeah,
if they say we do how long will they give them for do them? 24 hours, 10
no,
hours?
No. It's immediate. It's immediate. Don't you they will say we do it next year. No. It's immediate because we need a neutral body for conduct these elections. We not get confidence in the ECSL as constituted for conduct the elections. And that is very clear in Dr. Samura's statement on the 14th. The ECSL as constituted will not get confidence in them for DUAM. And so therefore, with the hope say then go accede to we demands, then go resign, and then we'll get a neutral body we go then follow through and we get the elections at the appropriate time.
Amen.
Well, my family, we know who side we dey now. We know who side we dey go. But I want to say something today where they come up from my heart, because quite a lot of people do not understand waiting in a ground. They just they see and pant up. They don't know waiting there under. It can be nice for them with the holistic in the way we would do things. Waiting me know, I am an activist. I dey advocate for people them. Day in, day out, per week, I dey get hundreds of calls with people them when are APC and people them when are citizen them, where progressive, where they look for answers. I'm fortunate, I get contact with a lot of ministers, ex-ministers, so I able to get information where some people are not get. Like for instance, before we come, today I be called Dr. Conteh, I ask him, say there is this talk they go around where they say they don't decide for call off the elections. Immediately I call him, thankfully, I talk to him, and they talk for say, it's not official. So I able to tell people and say not official. So I they feel a position where very crucial. And I know the pressure where people they go through. I know the hate where people they go through. Because right now, there is a vacuum where don't appear in with politics. With politicians, them, they're not reachable. They're not communicate with the people. Them. They're not talk to the people. Them. Like for instance, Dr. Samura talked to me on Tuesday. People will be very upbeat. A lot of people call me back. Hundreds of people. They were very happy. But the time now elapsed. Then immediately we see him. He come. He can't tell me for come out for go campaign. So a lot of people call me back. Say, what is going on for God's sake? What's in this? Because any sensible person where imable and they work, be they expect say if they come for Kaka talk to we, it will be directly connected to what he tell we on Tuesday. What he can tell we after the 72 hours, after 3 days, that will tell we for go campaign back. Are we campaigning for elections, or are we questioning how the ECSL they perform? So now that made some of we agitated, we very anxious. Because now we're not the buffer. Now we people they talk to.
Please, like I said quickly, I think APC not say they're not for going to election at all. They say correct the things them. So the ultimatum now for let them correct the things them. So the campaign is still go on and the 72 hours don't expire. Now that's exactly Doc don't say. We're waiting now for see waiting Dr. Samura they come and tell we. So now that's not the last point.
Well, the people them, I'm talking from what I am getting.
Because they not be understand this one way Dr. Richard Conteh don't can explain so.
Yes,
and we don't get
but
so
my point,
we all responsibility and have amplify waiting and say, and let we hold them back to accountable tomorrow.
I just want to make some sense clear because people call. I'm not talking to when they talk to the people because people don't understand the role where some of they play. Because most of the people them grassroots not able to reach the bomber them where they up there. Fortunately, some of we get access. When I can talk to Doc, they can give me answers why they give the people them. And mostly the people that can go with the side say, oh God, because I be the worry, this thing not clear. I not feel to say the people are irrational for make them come out, say, what's in the go, say, go campaign back. We will expect after the 72 hours, then go come meet we and tell we where we are going. But rather, then tell me about something we're totally not connected to waiting and talk about the other day. In fact, the contrary. So now then kind confusions there, they make the people that get agitated. And when they get agitated, Imran and other activists, then they get barrage of calls. So what's in the happen? Because most of the politicians, the people are not able to reach them. They're not answer their phones. And people, and they make them complaints, then they. And if they're not accessible, that creates anxiety from people. Now that makes people and they call we, and that makes we they talk to people and want to get the information they are. I am not angry. I am just anxious. And I want the people to get the answers because that is my role and that is what I volunteer to do for my country. And I feel to say it's a lot of responsibility. I know they do them because I want post. I know they do them because then they pay me. I know they do them because I get any ulterior motive. Yes, I love my country. And when you love your country, you they serve your country. And that service there, they do so for free. I did not sleep yesterday. I did not sleep the day before yesterday because people are anxious. Thousands of people are anxious. And they cry for action. And at that, me they try for do. Right. So what thing they do, I know they do them to the light. I know they do them to be appreciated by anybody. And they do them because I feel to say I have a duty of care. So then people and they were vulnerable and when they look for these answers. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm proud that I'm doing it.
Thank you. All right. Fatima, quickly, can you say before Doug give a last word before you go?
Hi, Uncle Richard. I just want to say, thank you, Wadakushe, Mr. brother and sisters, them, and thank you very much, Uncle Rich. And I want for answer this question, Uncle Rich. I don't try for call, the CID, the police people, them. I don't invite them a whole lot of times. They say, okay, then go come, but they never showed up. And then will call me back if I send a message and say, okay, just schedule me, even Napoleon and stuff. They said, okay, they will come and they will never come. So I just want to make that clarification. And the other thing, I want to talk directly, to Mada. Mada, again, you want rule, you want come back for can rule. But you hate the people and so much within the land that we love and our nation, the people of the land that we love, within and do you so much that you hate them and you want to come back because all the time it's just confusion, heart attack, you killing our people, you attacking them. You don't get any good thing for say to them. Unless bad, you can stop this as a papa at the home. When people then can attack you, picking you they turn up for defend, but you're not a defender. You they say when they attack, this thing don't begin for 5 years. Then they attack you people. I'm not talking just because I'm an APCM, but I'm talking general. Then they attack people, and then they attack people. You don't say anything. One thing, you're in the military. You went to the military, but you have, I'm sorry to say this, you have no discipline. Me put me picking a military school, for structure, and he has the structure. You should have that structure. And the people should have the structure because you come out with a discipline, but there's no discipline, no nothing. All we see, they go tell you people and say, it's very chaotic. When I don't make APC then Kaya, you have said the talk say, when I don't make APC then Kanaya. It's not good, mother. It's not good. We're all interconnected. And remember, one me Gulki always say, I don't know side pull that language, you say kakun katalaku. You talk about how monkey, you say monkey, then you say this means be careful. Be careful. Because the nation that we all get saloon, we're all product of the land that we love. You should love us. Love comes first. Love you people there. And you forget say these are the people that pays you. And Mohamed Kone, there's no room for him. He should just go. There's no room. Anybody where they bring threats come, like when your brother say with the fast, anybody where they bring any destruction come, because Salon that we home, may the wrath of God fall upon them. People in there, they eat, they called us all the time. And I'm re-echoing what, my brother says, Imran. People call us every day, and I'm meetings every day. People call, and that it's not fair to them. You think God sleeps? He does not sleep. He does not slumber. Let us do the right thing for our people. And again, I'm going, to say thank you to my brothers Singapore and Imran, and thank you, Uncle Richard, for always getting access, to you and the rest of the other people. Thank you very much, and may God continue to bless you and your family. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear Doctor, this kind of social media reports you go on right now. And before you go, you sit on a position with very important. We go just one for a little bit for me. Like not just 1 minute or yes or no. With the say the election not get for go on, ECOWAS, na get for handle this election, ECOMOG day and other things there. If the election get for go on, not to Mohammed Kone get for handle the election. Yeah, tell me small but if you hear anything like that.
Thank you very much. You see, one problem where we get in Sierra Leone, that the rumor mill line too plenty. And sometimes again, some statements that people like you make, they're really unfortunate. When you cry for pussy all night morning, they ask you why you hide the red, the painful small. For somebody for insinuate, say me can be sell out. It's really painful. When I think of the sacrifices where I don't make for my party over the years and the sacrifice where they continue for make for my party, it's painful small. But I can understand sometimes we possibly maybe man they want to act now. And so in the process, if somebody they try to tell us, say, hey, there's a process what we need for go through, you can think otherwise. I mean, we've been there people been there inside the NAC meeting. So young man then come. They say before, no sell out, and all that because in social media, there is this big discussions about sell out, no sell out. I don't think say any reason they for make some of we sell out. I mean, if we no one forget involved, we will stay away and life will still be fine with us. But we are committed to what we are doing. We believe in what we are doing, and we are doing what we are doing because it is right. Secondly, we also believe, say, as APCians, anybody will profess for being an APCian, this particular election, now a very critical election, and we all need for come on the ground and make our own contribution to what they happen on the ground. We all raised the concerns in 2018 for say we not be get the right type of party agents, and because of that, we lost the elections. So, and I'm glad that we don't get hundreds of people from the diaspora. We don't come, and people from all past them, mature people at this time don't offer themselves for make them come. Imran and my brother, what they go to England to the lodge, or they started. So, Bishop want make come lodge. But not the Greek camp. So I make Imran come, make a car lodger, so that when we go for process, he go there with me. I mean, we'll be going to England, where they do the walkabout with Dr. Samura and Peckham. He been there around, where they go, even Cryberry, he been there around. And that is the spirit. I'll make it there on the ground here, let we all process together, but I don't know what he's afraid. But I believe, say, at the appropriate time, it will come. But I think, say, maybe people therefore be careful small, the way that they talk about this sell out, no sell out. I understand the frustrations, but therefore begin temper their statements a bit, especially when they not get the fact. APC, they in very good relationship with ECOWAS, the African Union, and generally the international community. We get frequent meetings. In fact, even yesterday, the APC met with some of the members of the international community, and some of which they communicate with them on a daily basis. We exchange ideas. So there's an open channel of communication. In fact, the delegations, the way they come, they meet with the APC and they interact. So when a party be done there in government and they prepare for there in government, definitely we don't establish these channels, and they are existing. This talk about elections not happen on Saturday. You see, these are all part of people, their manipulations. When the decision, if they take any such decision, they will communicate, and it will be their say. You know, that there will be a communique to the effect. I mean, we already don't know, say, the election materials that up till today, they not carry it inside the country. And they say they will give it 12 hours notice to the time when the plane for reach Nigeria, which means it not get for count tomorrow morning. So then late in the evening tomorrow, then they go tell me first in the morning. But nothing say it get for happen. So which means the materials are not even there. And if they're not there, I don't know how this was going to happen. But a lot of people that begin to speculate. The reason why APC they still continue with the campaign, as at the time of Dr. they still continue with the campaign, that because we believe, say, waiting need for be done. It's very simple. But they just resign. They get a neutral body for conducting election. So simple. 2 minutes. You don't know. You know, and we don't want to be caught napping. So all the other things they will need for do, getting the party agents ready. We don't do the training of trainers. We get for train with party agents ready for deployment. Everything is set. We don't get we on the voters register. We then give with the print time this time. Every party agent will get a colored voters register for making able to see whether they come and assess. So we are putting all things in place, but we will only proceed to the elections on we own terms, not on their own terms. And the APC has been very clear and has been very been very upfront. So on the issue of this rumor, we not receive any official correspondence to that effect, and so we not go act or rely on just social media rumors. If then gets to the point where we say they get for postpone the elections, it's not going to be indefinite. They will get for tell we exactly when they will conduct them. But so I would say let us wait and see how things evolve over the coming days. But it's important now that APC is going to demonstrate. APC is going to process. And when the procession starts, when the demonstration starts, it will continue until our demands are met. Our flag bearer don't announce today, for say, they don't invite you to 2 meetings tomorrow. We go attend those meetings. After those meetings, they go tell me. If in those meetings, they're going to inform we say they don't resign, we see the letters there, say they don't resign, they'll copy. Then hallelujah. Game over. We wait now for see the new body where they come in, and I believe so it will be a consultative process for constitute that new body in line with the provisions in the Constitution, where they flout at every opportunity. So our make we all remain fired up as APCians. This election is ours to win, and we are going to win it. We have the numbers, we have the wherewithal to win it, we have the expertise to ensure that we win it. That we don't even able for know their plans. For that we all therefore be happy about, because we not go allow them. We go stop them at every opportunity from doing what they want for do for rig the elections. This time they will not rig the elections, and this time we are going to protect your votes. Your votes will count. So whenever the elections then will happen, everybody keep your card, go to the station early enough and vote. If you don't lost your card, you get any form of identity, an official identity, go. If you done this up no day, go, an elder in the community will identify you as long as you name day on the register, and you will be allowed for vote. Everybody for vote. Anybody who need help with voting, please try for contact any of our executives. All over this time we'll get polling center executives, we get constituency executives, right up to the national. Contact any of the leaders in our party, we will put in place necessary measures for assist you. We want to ensure that everybody come out in a peaceful way, cast your votes, and then when you cast your votes will count. We will put in place a center, a collation center. We go ensure say we go produce we go produce real results as early as we can produce them, and we get the situation room. I will share with Una the numbers from the situation room. We say Una the sending information, we monitor the whole situation 24/7, and we go ensure the right thing happen. Together, we can ensure victory for the APC. Let us be united. Let we work together. Let we fight together for victory for the APC on the 24th of June, 2023.
All right, I think you and Iman are on the same page. APC or white or side. All right, thank you very much.
Doc, I want to tell you, thank you. You are just one person where a lot of people not get the privilege for know like how I know you. And with people them way all man know for their frankness when are the team the people they say can that means to say for see person not mean say you know them. So they don't know you, but that's make them they make their assertions and their assertions and they wrong. If they know you, you're not person of your word, you're not person way now a straight talker, you're not person way get values, and you get a very strong Christian values. So we will know you, we know you keep rules, we know things that we're not capable for do. So you should not worry about that. But the same time, I understand the people in frustration. And I advise you, because fortunately for me, I get privilege, I know you, and I know most of the one them where the grassroots they call big gun. I just the pick on, I talk to Kemo. She say the day 2 classes ahead of me, pick on, I call Petito, I pick on, I call most of Una, and when they answer me, call them, and I feel very privileged that happens. But we get a problem now with party, and I talk to you like me own brother, me own friend. There is an information vacuum now the APC party. And whenever there is information vacuum, just like what you say, it give room for innuendos, for propaganda, for lies. Now that make I ask Una at this crucial stage, please, not to accidents make we get PRO. Una for make a news conference every day, report to the people where we are at, what you they do for the day. Today, now so they the leader they go yonder, they do this, they do that. Now this will they try to achieve. This what we say they do yesterday, we achieve this, we achieve that. So when the people are informed, nobody not go come out again, can say anything where no right, because una they on top of things and they don't hear it from the horse's own mouth. But what thing don't they happen inside the APC, the executives that they show serious laziness. They know they talk to the people there. They know they do news conferences. And with journalists and back in the country, they say now other one them where they don't put inside bag, they don't tie them. They're almost doing super glue. So you find out for say the source for make people and get information about waiting they happen. It's very limited. So inside the bad people in the camp, they can't say this, they can't say that. And some people will not get a privilege for know you as that remarkable person, that decent person, then they misconstrue. Because when they not get information, where there is a vacuum, somebody can fulfill that vacuum. So that the executive then they allow all them propaganda them propaganda they have for hold. Why? Because then they fail for inform the people adequately. So my advice is, please, I beg you, because Fatima self support what I'm saying. Some of we not tired, but sometimes it's too much for the get them calling from people and when they worry, what's in they go on. Like for instance, there has been a lab. Now that's how they try to make clear. After the 72 hours, we leader, where we love so much, can't tell we for say, we for go campaign. People say, hey, what's in they go on? How will they? Not what this do they expect. So when then lapses, then they create doubts. And when doubts people and they begin they insinuate this and that. But me know you. Now Uda don't know you, now they doubt you. But Simnima right, they don't know who you are,
So it is not privileged on the side for me they're able to talk about you. But now this the people then get their anxiety there. That's the information what they forget, not they trickle down to them. So when you not the person where they lead this part of this process, now the APC, do you pass this message on? We will need a press conference every day for reports to the people them what's next. And what I don't say what's next, you feed we back what you want to talk about yesterday, what you want to achieve, and what is pending. Then you go find out for say people them. If we can watch, let we learn from the best. It happens in State House every morning. The press officer they come out, he can't talk. Everything what they happen and what happened the next day, for let people understand what they happen. Because where there is vacuum, somebody go feel them. And most times not bad people. Now that advice they are go give.
Okay, Imran, now good point you make. I will pass them on to the PRO of the party. The PRO now Syria Tunis, and they get the PR team. Me not to part of that PR team. I can just make myself available whenever una the request for bring clarity on certain issues. But I know they take responsibility for PR now with party. That is not my job. I mean, I'm a technical person and I provide technical backstopping. So the party, and that's how they do. It's just that my lines they're open, anybody can call me, anybody can talk to me, and not get any issues. Even when I was chief of staff, my lines were open. When I was Minister of Trade, anybody can talk to me anytime. Anybody can call by the pick. I don't get issues. I don't get too much protocols. And that day, na me style, I continue. And I make anytime when I can clarify things we are knowledgeable about, I go talk. But what I not go do now for talk about something where they outside me scope of confidence of competence, and I will do that. So sometimes if I they talk guardedly and I choose my words carefully, that because I don't want to go outside the remit of the technical issues when I midday for elaborate upon, and that's not the thing. But I will inform. But even on this issue about the position of the party, I should say it's just that even with a country of 8 million, as popular as we had program be, maximum people away they we go get access to the information a few thousands. Best case scenario, a few thousands out of 8 million. Even if you we PR team day on radio and television, everything that's in radio. But how many people get access to radio? How many people get access to television? We social media bloggers, then they are social media 24/7. But how many people? Yeah, so we have these limitations. But I believe with time, our people become more enlightened, more educated, more informed, things to go improve. Now work in progress. But I think we got for appreciate the fact it's improving gradually. We are not yet where we want to be, but we'll eventually get there, and I believe still will be a better place for we all. I want to tell you and thank you myself for the opportunity when they give me for throw light with all these critical challenges where the party they face and these efforts where they make for undermine with chances in the elections. But I want to make people then say we are on top of things and we are doing our best, and God being our helper, we will win these elections and we will redeem this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
The last thing, I think the same thing will go like the last time. I will still take that cap there away and now you eat and say you still maintain the position. It is nothing at all. Instead, now add the ad, because a lot of people will not be listening to it, because as we come very close to the election, a lot of people they get interest for get information, and the more than they come back to the platform them for letting they get information. The last time we talk about 1,000 something where you they talk, now they talk about 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people and saw you really watch at once. So good thing, because you don't try for past information. That is very much important. Not just important. If you left people in the dark, you give chance for letting they continuously pass misinformation. And that's the happen with the government, because the government feels then so much superior, then get who that they just bootlick and praise them, and just left them for just go on with tweeting and go on with. But the mere fact you don't come, that is why some thanking the Imran, thank you. Some thanking the you can draw the yes them. Let them understand what you try for say, but I can understand you sometimes after now when I go for see other time when I talk, so now I no more me they can talk. or anthem. But now that not any big deal because you do very well. You try for put the questions the way people want for you, and that's amazing. You know, you just add to the taste of the yard. So we take the back seat and allow you. The only thing I'm way different, you're a member of Richard Conteh party. So, but not a big deal. Thank you very much for the try. We just hope say, you know, which one are the move to, we all succeed. And I want to remind everybody say the fast don't start for we now this part of the world, and we they pray for the best and we they settle for the rest. In as much as we call on the presence of God, but we as well want action. Action. And, you know, see, God give we all a sense, yeah. It make we turn even the animal give them sense for take action on certain things. Then if the lions you know no go be the king or the queen because now the woman then they can take action more for go catch beef. And not be the queen for feeding picking. Again for take action. You know they sit down and create say, hey, Papa God help me. In the back up, we get the sense say God there, and then we back them up with action. Now they give you results. So action plus God, they give you result. Thank you very much. We appreciate you now. When all we don't watch, thank you all very much. We don't like, we don't comment, we don't share. We appreciate you now. When all don't subscribe, we say thank you to you all.
Before we go, I just want to tell the people them say we know the difference now between APC and SLPP. APC get a manifesto, the One Nation manifesto, where beaucoup jati dey inside for the people of Sierra Leone. We see the SLPP, a manifesto. First page, na Adebayo. Second page, Adebayo. Third page, Adebayo. The prefix, Adebayo. The conclusion, Adebayo. The references, Adebayo. There is nothing else in the manifesto. All is about Adebayo. That is not the party you want to vote for. This is not party. We don't lose track. We don't get content. They don't get character. They're not decent. They're tasteless. They're classless. And they don't put the country into disrepute. And we as Sierra Leoneans, I think we deserve better. We cannot vote for a party when now one name in the manifesto. But when you go take money in a bank, you get for care, go, what is it call, how you call them? Mission statements, where you tell them, you know what you lend the money for. Anything where you do in this world, you get forget a program. But these elections, we don't see say SLPP not get a program. They not get what they stand for. Because if you go for Google Lens money, you not tell them what you the Google Lens money for, and show them why you need the money for. Make them see for say the projects where you get a lucrative projects were profitable. They're not they give you. And at the same thing, I tell the Salon people and say, let them not give Madabi another chance. He's not able to prove to una say he's competent, he's capable. How una will get a leader where una not get food for it, where restaurant there, where transportation not bad, where they not get water supply, where people and they die and then they kill them. He not can talk about all things and they explain to them or even apologize. He call una terrorists. Then he bring manifesto to council una. Page 1, Adebayo, page 2, Adebayo, conclusion Adebayo. I think una for be wiser than that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Doc. With the left finale, go and rest. Thank you, and I know say get another hectic day, busy, tight day. That day tomorrow again, because tomorrow are the day that the way people in the wait for past the election day. Because tomorrow they want results, they want action, they don't want to talk anymore. Thank you very much. As you go sleep, remember this word and no say you get for. Ginger, how they call them? Ginger up the other people and follow now all see the same side. Because the people them, if you not let them vex pa una do the right thing. But if you not let them vex pa una joke with them. The day when Samura Kamara they make that statement na Brookfields Hotel. Where you say ultimatum, oh my Allah. Each one point where you say we they give them 72 hours, people then can down. Because after that they say they want action. Remember that thing at party office? Una not sell out, so do ya. People that want action. Even with Chelnoba, Cheikoko, then I think it was Cambia outside Potloko, where they make that statement. People they all say, yes, now this we want. It means say people don't tire and they need una for take the role for lead them. So please, una stick to that una plan, una make sure say una satisfy the people and not una personal. Say thank you very much. God bless you. Get yourself for a very good night.
No, don't worry. The leadership could take the right decision and they go do what to be the best interest of the party.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you and get yourself a good night. All right, Imran, thank you.
Thank you too.
All right, thanks to all we join we. And now that's all we left on today. We say thank you very much. God bless we country Sierra Leone, where we call We Are. My name is Slpp, the freedom fighter.
Oh yo, Raga Spice. Oh yo, Mama Salon, question and answer. See me through, yeah. They say them walk alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Me have to tell them the story.